trying to spread inside your mouth and eyes.
Ew.
God. God damn.
Nasty. So I'm being drowned by goo.
Take 3 damage. Luck rolls from all the other 3.
Oh, we need to do luck rolls?
Are we hearing this struggle?
Because you're not hearing it, it's just whether you are fortunate enough to turn around.
I got 26 as a pass.
Oh, 16.
93, not at hope in hell.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other 2 turn around and spot that you don't exactly see what's happening, but Debbie is floating 6 inches above the door on the inside of the house. With her hands clutching, clutching effectively her neck at this point.
Where do I put damage?
You hit remaining hit points. Just reduce that by 3.
No, it kind of would have been amusing if no one saw this.
So I have 13.
Well, if nobody saw it, then Debbie's about to die.
Okay, is the axe still on the floor?
No, Connor picked that up.
Where's the axe?
Was it Connor?
Wait, I didn't pick it up.
You picked
Dylan
it up.
picked it up.
I picked it up.
You picked it up. You've got the axe holding it onto. Anyway, dexterity order then. We're now basically in combat rounds. So just call out your dexterity.
11.
9.
Should I do it too?
Yes, because it is going to be slightly relevant for you, though your actions are limited.
No one told me, so I'm still oblivious.
Yeah, you're still oblivious for this round. Once you see everybody running back, you'll notice, but... Debbie's on 8.
16 I got.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, bear with. Howard, you're up first. What are you doing?
Alright, I'm going to shout, grab the salt, and I'm going to go for the gel stuff with the axe.
Okay, so you're running back to the house. You've got the axe.
I'm going to shout the other guys to get
exactly
the smoke.
happening. You just know that something is strangling around her neck at this point.
Oh, so I guess I don't shout.
I have the salt?
Yeah, Connor has the salt, actually. But,
well, I meant there's salt in the room still. We can throw
the
that
salt
at
is
it.
on the floor.
Yeah.
No, I mean there's salt on the doorway in the kitchen where she is, I assume.
Yep, Dylan. Remember, the salt was against the cellar door.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
It
Yeah,
wasn't against the back door, which is why it could zip like that. But okay, so you ran up and you now see what is basically the same gel-like structure snaking and coiling and almost expanding around her neck, and yeah, looking to
Is it
basically
coming
go into
from
her
like
eyes.
one point?
Sanity check, by the way, Dylan.
Yeah. Pass 24.
Okay, no sanity loss. You're fine.
Alright, I'm gonna. Is it like a central point? It seems to, or like
It's just a snaking figure. It's sort of snaked around the door frame.
Right. Well, it must jut out the door frame some point to go for her neck. So, can I cut for that a bit there? Not at her
neck. So
you're
basically going axe against the door frame where it roughly is, trying to separate it or sever it.
Yeah.
Okay. Melee axe then.
I don't have a melee axe skill.
No, that'll be 25 then.
Right. Oh, fail. 71.
Okay. You get it jammed in the door frame, but you don't see it to hit it, or if you have hit it, it's not noticed it. Moving on to 9, which is Benny. You've seen him just go into the door and swing the axe at the top of the door frame.
I guess I'm going to run in. Try and grab try and find a blunt instrument. I guess we're going to fire.
When I see what it is,
once you go in,
I'm going to call it
sanity
up to Connor.
Sanity check. I got a roll against my sanity over there.
Yep, your remaining sanity.
Oh Jesus! I got a 79 against 44.
Okay, there's a sanity failure. Make an idea roll.
Oh, oh no! I rolled 92.
That's a failed idea roll. No, that's fine. You don't understand it. You're not suffering any worse for it. But you lose 3 points of sanity at this stage.
Okay.
It's not enough to cause a temporary insanity, so you can still do things, but you're unnerved for this action. So, moving on to Debbie. Your actions are fairly limited as you're being strangled to death, but what are you doing?
Well, is the salt in tears enough to disturb this thing?
If it is, it's not really... It's going for your eyes, you doubt it.
No.
And you don't have the full forethought to really think a lot about that.
Is there anything in the room within reach?
Only what you're carrying. Remember, it's lifting you effectively at this point. So anything on you?
Well, I didn't establish that I had anything on me. Can I kind of make something up?
Well, your shotgun you left back at the room because you mentioned you deliberately did that.
Yeah, I put it under the mattress. So no one else can do anything?
Well, what do you want to try and do? You're going to try and
throw some salt at it.
You don't have any salt.
Someone's holding it, aren't they?
Yeah, but I'm still oblivious because no one told me.
I just realised I've got the shaker.
No, I do.
You examined it, but you didn't take it, did you?
No, I did. I picked it up.
Pick up some of the salt from the floor.
I found it on the floor, remember? I picked it out from under the bed.
Pick up the salt on the floor
and then you handed it to
that.
me.
Okay,
Alright, so, retconning what I've assumed the situation was. Benny does have the salt shaker, but he's already decided he's looking around for a blunt instrument to attack the thing. For this
Yes,
round,
I do
because
have
he's already
it,
declared that. Debbie, what are you actually going to do for your action? You could try punching it or trying to pull away from it, I suppose, with a proposed grapple roll or something. Debbie? You've got 13 hit points, you're not strangled yet.
Can I kick on the stove or something?
I guess it didn't grab Connor.
Kick on the stove is probably not going to do a lot, but okay.
What, Dylan?
So you're kicking out and flailing.
He said just as well it's not you that got strangled.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything. The grip of the thing tightens at this stage. It tries to pull you higher. You're now 2 feet above the ground at this stage.
Well, I don't know that I can do anything.
No, I'm just going to roll the strangulation effect here.
I'm pretty much relying on you dopes to help me.
You take a further 4 points. You take a further 4 points of strangulation damage, and you feel your vision starting to go furry. You have a ridiculous number of hit points, so this is going to still take you a while to actually be killed by this. But
so how many
do you die at 0 hit points in this game?
You fall unconscious at 2 hit points. You die at 0.
Okay.
Well, how many did I just lose now?
You just lost another 5.
No, 4. You say?
Oh yeah, sorry, 4.
I'm down to 9.
God.
Okay.
I got to learn how to swing an axe.
Back round then. What's Connor's initiative? Actually, Connor's 17. You've noticed they've all run off.
They've all left me?
No.
Do I know why they've run off?
Connor's realised that
you've seen them running in panicked back to the house, so you guess something to do with the house.
I'm going to
while it's a bit of a
a
crowd around the door, you do see Debbie being lifted off of the ground.
I'm going to walk over cautiously but quickly and try to figure out what's going on.
You use the word caution, you're not going to make it there this round. Okay. Spot hidden from you, actually, Connor.
Spot hidden?
Yep.
Okay, hold up. Yeah, I passed.
Something is moving to your right in the rose bushes. Something is snaking along the ground.
I'm going to quickly run into the house then, with everyone else.
Okay, so you're running into the house. Okay, wrap round to
probably
Howard.
yelling. Wait, probably yelling, guys, there's something moving out here.
Guys, there's something moving out there. I don't think that's really a concern to the 3 of them, but they might just about register that.
Okay. I can just say throw the salt, and I'm going to take another swing with the axe, so I've got no salt to throw.
Okay, make another axe attack roll.
Well, actually, no. Can I actually get to the salt that's on the door to this cellar?
There's barely none left. As I said, it basically dissolved through the damp floor.
Alright, then I'll just swing.
Okay, make your attack roll.
So
Missed by 2 points. 27 to 25.
I'll call that a hit because it's not really doing a lot to try and dodge things. Let me actually find the weapon before I actually.
It's a more or less stationary object.
It's not a pass though, so you can't get a tick for that.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
I'll assume you hit.
So is it Snoopy or Connor who has the salt?
Hey, Snoopy.
Yeah, okay.
Why aren't you throwing it, Snoopy?
Call that a full-on wood axe, because that's what it is. So that would be D8 plus 2. What's your damage bonus? Actually, doesn't
My
matter.
DNA is like 1d4, I think.
Actually, doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, 1d4.
Let me just make a note of that. It doesn't seem bothered. You're not 100%. If you didn't know, you didn't feel some resistance that wasn't part of the door frame, you wouldn't know you'd hit it. Okay, Benny.
I'm going to shake salt on it.
You're basically going to throw the remainder of assault onto it then.
Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Okay. Luck roll for Debbie.
Okay. 11.
Yep, you just closed your eyes in time for this, so you're not immediately got salt thrown into your face. Which probably would have temporarily blinded you on top of everything else that's going wrong today.
Yeah. It's been a bad day for Debbie.
And where are we? Somewhere.
At least it was you and wasn't me. I'd be dead by now.
Where the heck is it?
Because 3 points of health is
I'm
half
looking
my
for
health.
one specific table that's in here, and it's just not. Oh, there we go.
Salt damage.
Roll a. Yep, there we go. I'll roll this actually. Okay. It drops Debbie and begins squirming away, but not very
gasp
far.
for
It just
air.
squirms up to the top of the door frame and then begins slinking rapidly.
Ooh.
Snake away.
Debbie, you have a turn, but you're basically recovering from being strangled.
Yeah.
It's
the,
like XCOM all over
The thing
again.
begins almost contracting back into the walls. You're temporarily out of combat.
Alright, shit, we
At this
right.
point, Lazarus arrives at the door, and he shouts again.
Huh?
Lazarus, your shout is now taking effect. They've heard you.
Uh-huh. So now they know that something's moving outside.
Yep.
I draw my pistol.
I'm going for Debbie instead, rather than looking outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
First
go.
aid check for you then.
22 pass.
Debbie heals 1 hit point.
Thank you.
It's a bit of a red
Good.
mark around your neck, but otherwise you're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd actually do
Or
a
will be
proper.
fine eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my way to the start. We gotta get out, guys. We gotta go now. And I draw my pistol and start going out. Even if there's something out there, we gotta get
I'll
out.
go help Debbie to her feet then.
Okay.
What, we're running away?
Yep,
We are running
let's make
away.
our way outside.
Okay.
Let's order ourselves a dump
Connor,
truck
you're
of
the only one who
salt.
hasn't made a sanity check yet from these things.
Uh-huh.
You see another snake tendril coming out of the bushes towards you. Sanity check.
Okay.
And by the way, you tossed the last of assault because there wasn't a lot of that left.
I failed.
Okay, make an idea roll.
I definitely failed.
You okay? Fine. You want to fail the idea roll there, by the way, unless you want Cthulhu Mythos and madness. Take 4 sanity loss.
Oh, man. This is hurting.
But back into combat then. So starting with Lazarus, who
Do we
is
have the option-
Lazarus's turn is basically skipped as he comes to terms with what he's looking at.
Do we have the option to run away?
Howard, well, it is sort of blocking your way, but you might be if you can beat it. Maybe
Head to the front, maybe?
you're going to run round to the front of the house.
No, I mean
Nope.
through the house, because it's outside,
Yeah, through
right?
the house. Through the house there. Okay. As you begin running, you spot 2 of them at the door, leading out there. They're sort of coming out of the out of holes in the walls almost, or through all the gaps. You also notice another one coming down from the ceiling. The front door is being blocked.
Alright.
So,
Where's-
your turn. You're now standing fairly panicked at the entrance to the kitchen. Next up is Benny.
I'm going to shoot the one outside. I'm going to start shooting at the one outside.
Okay, what's your weapon?
1 second. Let me check my gun.
Is it a handgun, I assume?
Yeah.
It's like a handgun.
Roll handgun skill.
My handgun skill is 90.
And you roll?
My roll is a 22.
Okay, roll a check on handguns. And I believe yours is a 32, isn't it? Not a 45.
Yeah, it's a .32 revolver.
Yeah. I meant to find out a name for that, but I don't know guns that well. Being British and all that.
Yeah, same here.
I meant to actually find the proper name for a 32, but okay. Okay. You definitely hit, but the bullet appears to pass through it.
Oh, shit.
You don't know whether it did any significant damage or not, but it just passed straight through it. Debbie, you're on your feet. You're still a bit dazed, but you're on your feet. What are you doing?
Is there an axe nearby or anything sharp?
Actually, who has the fire axe from the? Because I know that was taken out, but I don't know who's got it.
Dylan. So Dylan has
I got
the
the
big
wood
fire
axe. I got the wood axe.
Yeah, he's got the wood axe. I've got the little fire axe.
Okay, no worries. That's just so I know somebody took it. I couldn't register who. There's one sort of not quite blocking your way outside. It's in the rose bushes, still a bit of a distance away. But there, you just heard from Howard. There's 3 more blocking the other exit.
Can I take the axe from Connor?
Is there a back gate to this place?
Chop my way through them?
No, there's only the one gate out of the walled estate that you know of.
So who's outside? Is it it's me?
Nobody's outside at this stage.
We're all in the kitchen. I'm in the hallway.
Well, I suppose actually, technically speaking, Lazarus is at the doorway actually because he was the last one to arrive, and it was basically dealt with by the time he got there.
Yeah, so I'm going to be shouting.
But he's the one who's noticed the one outside. Good thing too. So, Dewey, what's your plan?
My plan is to shout to the others to get outside. We need to go. We need to run. Fuck out of that house.
I thought we were outside running from it.
Well, no, you've been strangled in the kitchen, so that's where you just got up.
Yeah. I'm the only one outside, as far as I know.
Basically, you've got to run. Remember, you've got to run round the house and out that way through the stone garden and out to the gate that's over there.
Do we have the option of burning down the house?
I thought Snoopy
With
was in the
what?
kitchen with us.
Pardon?
With what right
Good
now?
point.
Because you guys were recovering inside. I went outside to deal with what was coming.
By the way, it's also still raining quite heavily. By the way, just for weather conditions, it's dark. It's barely dark for midday actually, and it is raining.
Yeah. So I'm going to shout to the guys to get outside. We need to leave. Get the fuck
But
out
still,
of
I'm
the
waiting
house.
for what
being
Debbie wants to do.
I'm gonna try running out of the
sorry.
house.
Okay. Make a dexterity ×5 roll when you step outside. So
90.
40 or less. Did you roll a 90?
Yeah.
You slip on the mud.
Again.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, it is.
My pants is ruined by now.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I think that's the least of your
All
worries.
right. The plant monsters, although only Howard's the one who's going to be seeing this, begin charging towards you along the walls, almost in the corners. They're all basically about. They then separate slightly as they get towards you and begin stretching towards you. They're the only 3 you notice.
I'm going to run for the back. Run back to the kitchen area.
Okay. Well,
Try to
it's
get
Connor's
out of the
action
house.
first. Actually, to be fair,
Okay.
you've just seen Debbie slip in front of you. The thing is still quite a distance away, but you get the impression that if it wanted to, it could charge now and get you.
I'm going to try and flee, run away.
Okay, so you're running round the side of the house and trying to get to the gate.
Yes.
All right. Let me just work something out here. Make a Constitution.
going with
Make a
Penny.
Dexterity ×5 roll.
Dexterity ×5. Okay. So
Oh, I
Dex
should
is 17.
Be alright at this.
You should be fine at this.
I probably will be. I have to get below an 85. 24. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so it's slippery, but you're easily able to manage that. And you're running away from it at high speed. Okay, moving down the order, Howard.
Yeah, as I said, I'm running to the kitchen and out the back.
Okay, dexterity times 5. You notice Debbie has also tripped and fallen at this point.
Can I grab her as I go out?
Alright, that's going to eat up your action. No dexterity times 5, but you help Debbie get up.
Yeah,
Right.
19 pass.
Benny.
Where's everyone else akin to me?
I'm running
Connor
away.
has ran around the side of the house and is away from everybody else at this point. Debbie and Howard have basically helped each other out. They're basically at the corner of the house where she tripped. The one that Connor saw is in the rose bushes in front of the back door, but a little way away, maybe 20 feet.
Okay,
And based on what the shouting from Howard when he ran through the kitchen, there's a few of them chasing you through, and are about to basically descend on you.
Okay, then, since the other two are on their feet, I was going to stand and shoot again if Debbie wasn't up, but I'm going to run towards where Connor went.
Okay. Dexterity times 5.
One level.
So in your case, 45 or lower.
Oh, 45 alone, okay. I got 89.
Okay, you slip and stumble, but not badly enough at this point. Okay, you notice the plant things have sort of... You don't know what's happening with the ones in the house at this stage, but the one in the bushes is just waiting at this point. Alright, moving back around. Lazarus. You're at the stone garden. Something feels wrong. You're not sure what. But you're at the stone garden. You're going to continue running. You can see the gate in front of you, by the way, at this point. It's a way away, but you can see it.
Would I know what's wrong?
You get an impression something is not right about what you're doing at this stage.
Could I roll a spot hit?
You're just frantically searching around as you're running. Basically, that'll be. Okay.
Okay.
Half spot hidden then. Call it 13. Oh, actually, half of whatever your skill is, actually. You've got more points
Half
in
of
it.
what
So.
my skill is. So spot hidden is... Yeah, I passed.
Okay, you passed. You notice, you just about from a flicker of observation, notice that they're creeping around the front of the house, round towards they're about to run round. Almost as if they know the other three are about to run that way. You get the impression they might have given up on you, or they're giving up on you to get the others.
Oh, I've got a tough choice here. Do I save myself or do I risk myself and go back?
You could at least warn us, at the very least.
Especially as that's about where they've been tripping.
I'm going to yell and warn them and then continue running for my life back toward the town.
God damn it, Lazarus.
You hear an odd shout about whatever he actually decided to say. Actually, he never stated it, so... You hear an odd shout from Lazarus from the front of the house as we move into Howard's turn.
How high are the walls?
The walls around the outside of the estate?
Yes.
They're quite a way away from you at this point, Dylan. You're not near them. You're in the centre of it. They're about 15 feet.
Oh, jeez, okay. I didn't realise it was so far. Okay.
The gate at the front is the only way in you've noticed. And you get the impression searching for another one at this stage might not be a good idea.
Shit, well, if I run that way... what have I got on me?
Don't have a lot of choices.
No, that's stretching it. No mind. I don't know. Jeez. My only idea is really too far-fetched to actually work, so...
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
You going to try running?
Fuck, well, I can't make it to a wall. I can't climb. Running's like the only option.
Okay.
My only other option was to have some sort of salted alcohol in my medicinal alcohol.
It's unlikely.
But that's unlikely, yeah.
Okay, so you run around the front of the house. The warning is enough to keep you away from the corner, and you do notice there are more of those creeping gel things on the side wall.
What about smelling salts? Do you have those in your medical things?
No.
And if you did, it's unlikely
What kind of doctor
it's
are
unlikely
you?
he'd get close enough to use them properly. Okay. Debbie and Benny, what are you up to?
I am running towards the entrance. Well,
Okay.
maybe not full on sprinting, but definitely running.
Okay.
Me too. I'm on his tail.
As you I'm just thinking about this at the moment. Right, Lazarus. I'm
Yes.
assuming nothing's stopping you at this point, generally speaking.
Probably not now.
Okay. You make it to the gate. And as you make it to the gate, you hear a scream from behind you. And you lot hear that in front of you. to the side, near where the shed is.
It's Joe. Bet you it's
Spot
Joe.
hidden.
Okay.
Spot hidden.
Who's this?
Spot hidden from the three people who aren't who are
Fail.
basically running out there. You basically made it through the stone garden at this stage.
Oh, I succeeded.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
Wait,
You
am I rolling
spot-
too?
You spot Joe being dragged along. The thing has basically engulfed its entire head at this stage and is now sort of engulfing Joe into itself and dragging it at high speed towards the house. You see a tendril sort of leak off of it and is now chasing you down.
Yeah, we keep running. Well, I keep running anyway.
Okay. You make it to the gate. Are you going to stop at the gate?
I'm gonna burst through the gate.
Well, the gate's open, but are you going to stop there? Is the question.
Is this me? Yeah.
Oh, I'm asking all of you at this point. You've all made it to the gate.
Okay, we've all made it to the gate.
Well, I guess I'll look back over my shoulder.
Yeah, slow down just to have a look.
It looks peaceful again, though. The idea roll I'm going to give you is a freebie here, but those things were presumably in the house while you were exploring it and you didn't notice them at all.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of odd plant life nearby.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep running too. Yeah, let's all run back
Me
into
too.
town.
It's a lovely day. Why don't we sprint back to town?
Yeah,
There's
let's run to
another
town.
thunderclap at this point. Apparently another storm's brewing.
It sounds like a good idea.
I'm gonna go buy the grocery store out of salt.
I'm gonna buy 10 tons of gasoline.
Yeah, we really should get back to the town before, you know.
It's about 1 p.m. The sheriff, actually, as you're walking, is walking up the path towards the house as he notices you running back. Giving up on your investigation already? What are you in such a hurry for?
Run! Run for your life!
Yeah.
He just stares at you at this point. What are you doing with those axes?
We found them.
Seriously, go, run!
I don't actually stop.
No,
I
you
just-
stop right there.
I run straight past him. Fuck.
He pulls his gun. He pulls his gun.
Sprinting.
I'm gonna follow.
He's following you.
I'm gonna follow Benny and just run.
Okay. He fires a shot.
I push his arm,
Benny, you are
hoping
shot in the
to
leg.
divert it. No.
Oh God, not again!
You take 2 damage and fall to the ground.
I'm gonna stop and help Benny up.
When a police officer pulls a piece on you and say stop, what do?
He ran.
Now put those axes down now.
Sorry, how much damage did I take?
2.
Okay. Put the axes down, guys. Let me explain, officer.
He cuffs you at this point and drags you and pulls you back up. You're sleeping this off in the cells.
Oh, good, because I was about my piece out and fucking shoot back.
Sheriff, there's something alive in that house.
Now. You a doctor?
Yeah.
You're coming with me. I don't want to see the other 2 of you anywhere.
No, seriously,
I do not want to see you. He's staring pure rage at you at this point.
Look, we need to
certainly
run
not
away.
wielding axes which match the murder weapons. Are we clear? If I see you again in this town, it'll be too soon. Now get.
But we found a body. We found a skeleton.
Didn't Debbie take my axe?
Well, I was going to.
No, he told you to drop them, and if he sees you in town again, he is going to basically, do you for the murder.
How can he do
is
us for the
staring
murder?
rage at you at this point. He does not care about rationality or anything at this stage. He's the
Murder
only
of
cop.
who? Murder
The 2
of
of
who?
you.
What?
The
Right,
murder
let me
20
just
years
go through
ago.
his psychology pattern here, which is fairly obvious. You've come out of the house where he saw a load of kids chopped up with axes, with 2 axes, running hell blazing. You did not stop when he asked you to. He had to shoot you to subdue you. He didn't like you in the first place. He sees you in town again, you're going down.
But he's going to try and pin a murder that was 20 years ago on
No,
us?
he's threatened it. He's not being rational at this stage.
Clearly, he doesn't even have his timeline is straight.
Doesn't matter, though. As I say,
Yeah.
he's probably the only law person.
we're
in
not-
20
He
miles.
just shot me in the leg. He's not thinking rationally.
It'll never go
Especially
over
when
in
we told him
court.
to run away.
I
Like,
don't think he cares about the courts at this point.
He just shot me in the leg.
Yes, he did.
Is he hauling all
No, I
of
gotta
us
ask
off
you,
to jail or just
was it
stupid?
the same leg
Just
or was it
me.
a different leg?
Just Benny, okay.
Just Benny for now. Probably
Alright,
because he's only got one
alright,
set of
we'll
handcuffs, you
leave
guess.
town. We'll leave town,
Yeah.
we'll leave town. But I don't tell him I'm not intending to leave town. I'm going to buy all the salt.
By someone in another town.
Okay. So, you're now in the only jail cell, shared with one other person who's just apparently been hitting the booze a little early. Which, in 1920s is probably a thing to get you arrested for.
Yeah.
Can I have a medicine check? Oh, sorry, a first aid check from you, Dylan.
Uh-huh. Oh, failed.
Okay, he's not able to treat the wound properly.
What kind of doctor are you?
Doctor
The,
fails again.
The sheriff eventually just asks you, "Gonna be all right?"
No, I'm in pain! You fucking shot me!
He doesn't reply or notice you're there in any way. Well, Doc.
I guess he did the
Yeah,
same
he's-
thing and
He's not going to die from it.
Good. He then locks the jail cell at this point, with you still in it, by the way, Dylan.
Oh.
He then walks out.
He locked up the doctor.
I've been in cahoots with the criminals here.
Aw.
Can I...
But the thing is, he isn't the criminal.
Am I able to, like...
And he let 2 of us go free.
No, he might be going to hunt you down now.
Well, I'm going to steer clear of him. I'm going to go buy salt and go back to the house and douse it.
Okay. The salt supplies amount to a couple of shakers.
Ah!
I'm gonna.
I shake a store clerk
try
and I
and
ask them why.
Don't have much call for it here, really, other than normal needs. We'll get a new stock in next week.
I'm gonna try and sneak back into my room.
Okay. You do spot him, and he you actually luckily avoid him because he's already beelining straight for the boarding house.
Oh.
But you're able to spot him going in.
Okay.
He eventually comes out. And basically it's almost muttering to himself. He definitely looks rage warmed up. He begins marching down the street, and searching through shop windows at this point.
I'm gonna try and sneak back into the boarding house while he's occupied.
Okay. You sneak in.
Okay.
Hank at the man at the desk is the what was his name? Sorry,
Hank.
Hank. It was Hank. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Hank didn't notice you come in at this point. He seems distracted, almost as if he's been shouted at. You're able to sneak back up. You're able to sneak upstairs without him noticing.
All right. I'm gonna open the door and check my bag to see if all my stuff is still there.
The door opens, and nothing appears to have been moved.
I breathe a sigh of relief and shut the door.
Okay. Debbie,
Yes.
what are you up to?
Where would I find, like, where's the closest salt factory or salt deposit or what? Are we near any
you
oceans?
remember that somebody was very close to placing an order for a truckload of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Short of that, you're not going to do much better.
We have
But
to find out why that
You
salt
notice
wasn't
the
delivered.
sheriff has gone into their offices.
No. Can I call them from a phone and talk to
You
them
didn't get their
about
number.
the sheriff?
You didn't get their number.
Well, we know that they're in the office.
Also, you know they're lawyers. And he's the closest thing to law within 20 miles.
Well, I'm not an outlaw. And
I
the
don't think he
lawyer
cares.
hired me.
Again,
The lawyer hired me, though.
He doesn't. I don't think he cares.
that's the point. He's definitely unhinged. If you had psychology, you'd know, yeah.
The
He
lawyer's
spent
unhinged?
20 years trying to hunt down the person who killed them. You've come out of the house carrying 2 axes.
No, I didn't have an axe.
No, the group did, though.
Yeah, you're part of the group.
So Dodge, the guy who hired us, is unhinged too?
Well, you don't know. He's just got into there. He knows you were working for him, so he knows.
I know. I'm saying, can I call Dodge on the phone? Because he's at his office,
You
obviously.
don't know Dodge's number.
Can't I look it up in a phone book?
No, you could do if you want to stand in the public phone booth and wait for his possibility he comes out.
What?
You don't have
Which
Connor's...
he'd probably.
I'm just saying, you don't have Connor's ability to sneak around.
Yeah. I could probably
No,
get away with this
there's-
because I will never fail
There's
that
phones
role.
in stores.
There could be.
Yeah, but would they let you use it? Like, generally they only let you use it if it's well, I guess this constitutes as an emergency.
Why would I ask? If there's nobody there attending to it, I can just hop on.
Most of the shops do have attendants.
Yeah, but hovering over the phone.
The phone's normally behind the desk.
Yeah. It might look a little bit weird if you just kind of got up, walked
Also,
behind the desk,
consider
and
the
started
subject
dialing
matter you would have to talk about within earshot. You can
Well, I
hardly
could
say
talk-
my, and also this is also a small town. Everybody's kind of going to be aware of the two of you very, very soon if they don't know already. An
I don't
idea role might be to skip town temporarily, even if you're planning this sort of thing. You could steal the phone book and try to call them afterwards and see if something's still available, but you've then still got the problem of 2 people in jail.
I'm gonna grab my bag and I'm gonna try and sneak into the sheriff's office.
Okay. You sneak up to the sheriff's office, but he has locked his door.
I'm gonna look around back to see if there's a window or anything.
There is a window, high barred window. You can see the two of them through it.
Well, I'm bleeding a lot.
Huh. I'm gonna have to probably do something drastic.
I hope you have plastic explosive. That's drastic.
No! God, no.
Because Connor actually failed his dodge roll, Debbie, you notice Connor sneaking around the back of the fire station / sheriff's home.
I stand in the store window and roll my eyes, watching him.
You get the impression you're not standing in a good place if the sheriff decides to come out, and behind the back seems to be okay.
I'm gonna try to look for any way in that I can. Furious typing.
Which one of you is he going to punish?
Yeah. As I've explained, the sheriff is not at all rational at this point. And he's not supposed to be, given his background and the character profiles. But he hasn't trusted any of these from the start. You're going to the house he locked up, which he didn't want to have the memories returned to, and you've come out wielding what is probably the murder weapon.
And let's not forget that someone's now gone missing at the house.
Yeah.
Well, that hasn't turned up yet, but if that does...
Yeah. See, the thing is, I was actually wanting to go to the sheriff's and, like, give him the weapon and tell him what had happened, but...
But you decided to run right past him.
Yeah, because we were still in danger in my mind.
Well, either way, you're around the back of the sheriff's house.
Alright, so, I'm gonna look for any way in that I can.
Well, the front door's the only way into this.
Need some sneaky shit.
Well...
Is there access to any fire trucks?
No, you don't even know if there is a fire truck. It might just be a bucket chain or something, you know.
Oh.
Is there harmonica in
bucket
the cell?
Well, it's a small town.
Can I try
How
and
has it
pick
not
the lock?
burnt down?
People are
Because
careful.
it only goes
Sorry,
one
what did you
building
say,
at a
Connor?
time.
Can I try and pick the lock?
Okay, you're going for a lockpick.
There's no fire engines, people have to be responsible.
Well, there might be one in the next town over or something, but you know, it's a small community, really. You are able to pick the lock.
I'm going to enter and lock the door on the inside, so it looks
that's
like it
doable.
hasn't been locked. Unlocked, sorry.
So, you're in. You are in a room with a drunkard and the two of them on the other side of the bars.
Can I look to see if he left the keys in his office?
You're going to randomly search. You two notice he took the key with him. Or do you notice
Okay,
earlier? So, if they would
I'm
talk
gonna-
and say
I'm gonna-
that, you would...
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
sort of hilarious in pain. Don't ask me.
it's hopeless, man.
I'm
Let's face it.
gonna
My leg.
try and lockpick their stuff.
If you haven't had a check against lockpicking, what... This one doesn't open. Not the first time, anyway. You can try again.
I'm
gonna try again.
Try and keep Benny
Okay, more
stable.
time goes past. Debbie,
Yeah.
the sheriff leaves the offices.
This might end badly.
He did run
At
so
this
nice and
point,
convenient for
you've
put you in the cell.
unlocked the cell door.
I run out into the street and I yell, "Ah! Wait!" to create a diversion.
Okay, he turns. He was sort of... I'm sorry I didn't explain the entirety of it, but he was sort of looking as if he was going to go towards the house.
Oh.
So I'll let you have that action back, because I didn't finish the explanation, really. But yeah, he looked grumpy for a little bit, and then looked up towards the house and began walking.
Alright. I duck from the window to be out of his sight as he passes.
Well, he's not going to pass you directly, but still, we'll make
the
a hide check, please.
Okay.
You actually put points in the hide skill, I've noticed.
Yep. 95.
95 won't work, but...
Well, I am rather large.
It's fairly obvious that people looking around, a couple of people around town, that you are hiding behind a barrel, which doesn't quite cover you. But he's not paying attention. He's walking up, presumably, towards the house.
Okay.
Is he gonna walk past the sheriff's office?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna let them out of their cell.
My legs!
Thankfully, it's the same leg that's been shot both times.
God.
I gotta pull Benny out of the cell.
I sort of with a hop.
You also know there's not a bus leaving town until 9 AM tomorrow.
Good. God.
We have
I guess
to
we
live
have
till
to steal
morning.
a car.
Do you want to do break even more laws?
Do you
Borrow
really
that.
want to stay here?
Are there any cars in town?
I want to hide
There
out
are
somewhere.
Is
couple,
the
actually,
police
but-
car there?
You're not sure he has one. You haven't seen him with one, but there are other cars you could steal around. Though there are still people on the streets. It is basically 2 AM. I mean, 2 PM. It is raining, but it's not exactly empty.
I'm gonna shut the cell as soon as I drag Benny out and keep the drunkard locked in.
Good citizen you are.
Indeed.
Can I talk to the drunkard?
He's sleeping it off. Connor?
Hmm?
Sorry, you went very, very quiet. I didn't know if you said
Oh,
anything.
sorry. I said I guess not.
No.
You need
I'm
some.
gonna sneak into the lawyer's office after I see the sheriff leave.
Well, he's now well down the road, actually. So,
Okay.
if he's going all the way to the house, you know you've got at least 40 minutes, even if you just come straight back from the gate.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go into the lawyer's office and see if I can find the Mr. Dodge who hired us.
I'm not gonna follow.
Okay. You see Walter Dode. He looks a little shaken up, actually. And he's not really paying attention to you as you walk in.
I walk up to his desk and I go,
I'm gonna stay outside and keep
"Tell
looking
me
out.
what happened in that house."
What? What do you mean?
You mentioned
You really shouldn't be here, you know. You're causing me enough trouble as it is.
you hired us. Give us all the information that you can.
I've given you everything I know. I didn't expect
have-
you to find the other... He's being a bit
other
of an
what?
idiot, but you found
Out with
the
it, man.
body of the person that he wanted to kill, haven't you?
He
You
who?
found Arthur Kerwin.
Who wanted to kill Arthur Kerwin?
The sheriff.
Out with it, man.
He did answer.
He denies it.
No, he did answer.
Oh, Arthur
You
Kerwin.
found Arthur Kerwin.
And you
Wrong
knew
Arthur,
this?
I'm afraid. It doesn't help my point from a legal thing, but it does make things rather touchy, shall we say, with him, and I more than understand why.
And have you any idea what other secrets this house is containing?
I didn't know it was hiding that secret, to be honest.
Did the sheriff just inform you of this?
Well, the sheriff just informed me that my associates were under arrest the moment he found them. And he asked why you were hired, and all the information pertaining to that I have given him.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would suggest you leave.
Where
You needn't worry about the
was
investigation, though it would be nice to know if you've at least found Arthur Cornthwaite.
Not yet.
Well then, I'm sorry for wasting your time as much as you have wasted mine. Good afternoon.
Where was that salt delivery from? And why did it not arrive?
Because he didn't pay for it.
Because Mr. Cornthwaite did not pay for it. While I would trust he would have paid for it in time, he did not.
And where would it have been delivered from?
Oh,
Do you have the delivery slip?
it's a simple matter for me to arrange it, but there's no point. He's not around. I don't know why he wanted it, and until he pays for it, I'm not delivering it.
And what is the cost of it?
He looks at you oddly there. Why on earth would you want all that salt?
Let's just say I'm low on my iodine. Now, how much
He
would
looks
it
at you
be to
almost
have that
almost
delivery?
Well, I actually don't know what the cost of that is. I'm actually going to have to look that up. I don't think it actually mentions it anywhere, although it does mention there's something you could do, so it should have it somewhere. Bear with. Sorry, out of GM moment here.
We'll forgive you.
Am I bleeding to death?
No, he just wasn't able to recover the situation to make you any better. You're still gunshot,
Oh, okay.
but you're not going to bleed to death out of that.
In other words, the
Flesh
bullet's
wound.
still in you.
Yeah. It's also very
Same.
painful for you to move your leg at this point.
Same leg.
Same leg.
Going well.
At least you
The
have a good
exact
one.
same spot, too.
No, not quite. That would be ridiculous.
It'd be hilarious, though.
But ridiculous. And while I like ridiculous things, that only happens in paranoia.
And redundant.
This is true.
Right, let
And
me just go
redundant.
and... I might have to Google this a little bit. How much...
And
Yeah,
redundant.
I'll Google it. I want to know, too.
So I want to give a semi-reasonable price. But I don't know
How much is a truckload of salt?
what- in 1920.
1925, yeah.
In
20.
1920.
If
I don't
you,
think you're going to find an answer.
You'd be surprised what you can find on Google.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find out what the total value of salt is in today,
that's...
and then I can do math to find out how an average truckload is, and then I can
Yeah,
convert it
it's
to
not listed in any
1920.
of the standard sort of equivalency type thing. Actually, no, this... No, it's not
Hang
called
on,
travel gear.
let me do a Google.
Tools. This is now a mission.
1920.
1920s
I suppose
food
you can
and
always try and
grocery
persuade Roll to get him
prices.
to deliver it anyway.
Most of our notebook is just like collapsed into loads of salt written in like
Debbie?
capital letters.
Yeah.
Just to save a little time, although I'm still interested in the answer, by the way.
Well,
You
in-
could
in
try and
19
persuade him that since once he gets an answer, he'll have that money anyway.
Well, that's what I'm trying to determine is if my character can afford that amount of salt or just
He
this
probably can't
billionaire.
afford that amount of salt, but if the company's going to get the money anyway in part of the will, not that you know that, of course, but they might...
The salt company?
No. Remember, they're the clients of a multi-millionaire.
The lawyers are.
Arthur Cornthwaite is a multi-millionaire whose estates are up in the air because they don't know if he's alive or dead.
Right.
If he's dead, then they get their fee, and they can probably afford the salt out of that anyway. If he's alive, then he probably presumably will finish paying for his truck. Either way, you could arguably persuade that. Although your skill is terrible, so you couldn't.
Well, hang on. A 5-pound bag of sugar in 1925 is 35 cents. In 1920, it was 97 cents. So can
But
we
that's
assume that? Yeah, but can we assume that salt is around the same value? And sugar had to be imported from probably Mexico at that point.
So.
Well, that's our best guess of it for the moment, but still.
Well, who else is in the office?
Well, just Debbie at this point. She went in by herself. Still, you have $10 cash on hand.
Yes, but I have a lot more in the bank that I can write out a check to, or at least, sign an agreement on.
I'm also no good at persuade, so...
I'll make you persuade roll anyway.
Persuade roll.
Yeah. Let's just see if this works.
55?
No. Well, my dear, $10 is not enough for that shipment.
What kind of truck are we talking about?
You're asking me other questions that in theory he knows, but I don't.
There's no one else in the room. Lazarus just burst through the door and asked that.
Fair enough, that's what he's done. A dump truck, so a garbage truck size, basically.
It's probably a few $100s.
Oh no, it's gonna be a lot more than that.
Is it going to be more expensive than your plane?
Probably, actually.
What's your best calculation?
I'm trying to figure out how many kilograms a dump truck can carry. Okay, time for some math. Times 34,000. Okay, so in today's money, it would be $680,000.
Yep.
Okay, so
backwards engineering that.
680,000?
Yeah, so you're looking at least 20,000.
Dollars.
20,000 is probably a good ballpark figure to go for.
1920s US dollar.
Even I can't afford that, guys.
It would be, let's see, 1920.
That's about 2 years of my income.
Calculate. Yeah, oh no, wait, I have to do this the other way around. Whoops, hold up a sec. 1921, 2014. So in today's money to then, it would be $56,606.12.
Yeah, so I'm going to ballpark it at 20,000, so...
Well, now we know how much a dump truck of salt would cost.
Yep, $20,000 is what the ballpark figure is down there now. For good, bad, wibble or other, that's what the price is.
Well, you pretend to persuade him, Connor, I guess? You're good at persuading, right?
No.
Oh, I would have thought you would have put some points in it.
Persuade, let's see, persuade.
It's default,
It's bargain.
Actually, I did put some points to persuade. I've got 30.
Okay, you're going to try it?
Well, I may as well.
Yep, okay.
I failed with a 68.
Look, I am not putting an outlay of 20,000 just so you can have a dump truck full of salt for an unknown reason. Look, I think you'll find it been more than reasonable. Leave town. Don't worry about this.
Would he think I'm crazy if I told him about the weird things?
Almost certainly, but you could try anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna try to tell him about the weird things that we encountered.
Oh god, I've had crazies. Get out! I said get out.
Okay. I'll leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and find his car, though.
Hotwire it.
Yeah, his car's outside. He doesn't live in town, so he does have a car there.
should hotwire it and we can go buy some salt outside of town.
I'm going to leave him a note saying that I need to borrow his car and it will be returned within a week or two at most.
Are you signing this?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sign it, but I'm just gonna leave the note.
Okay.
What are you leaving it on?
Are you driving off with the rest of them, or?
Yeah, I'll wait for them.
I don't want to drive in a stolen vehicle.
I want to get.
Do you
to
want
a
to
hospital,
really?
you
Do
know.
you want to wait? You've been broken out of prison. Do you want to wait till
I want
The
to
next
hide
day.
out somewhere that's near the mansion.
If the sheriff sees us, if he survives, he will shoot us on sight.
I will
Guaranteed.
shoot him back. Oh wait, is he confiscated? my
Did you
pistol?
kill?
Oh yeah, he would have confiscated your guns, but you could have got those back.
Yeah, I assumed you picked them up on the way out because.
Okay.
Alright, I
If
guess
he
I got no
pulls his
choice. I'm getting in
pistol,
the
I'll
car.
pull my shotgun.
Get in the car.
Okay.
I'll
you're
get in
getting
the car too. Yep, we're all in the car.
Okay.
Is he actually hot-wired at this point?
Yeah, he's actually working.
Okay.
Alright. And since we heard that he might have been in New York, I guess I'll drive off that way. Very poorly.
Okay. You drive off towards New York. Okay.
Well, I saw I can see it because we can't get the big dump truck of salt. I think that we need to, get as much smaller salt as we can, and rather than just dumping the molecular salt in there, find out what's causing these fine things, and take out the source, and just be more sparingly and careful usage of the salt.
I kind of want to get to the hospital because I mean
he does need to get to the hospital soon, Dylan. You know that.
Which is why we're going to New York.
It'd be quicker to get back to Boston.
Yeah, but there's a lead because they were mentioned that he might be in New York. So
Actually, we're in Albany right now, aren't we?
No, you're halfway between Boston and Albany.
yeah.
Well, Albany's in New York. So we're like halfway either way we can go.
Ah, but you want to see whether Zelly's alive or dead at this point. I'll have to I'll have to retcon the answers.
I don't really have much choice in this.
How about
How are
we
they
go
going to go
back?
back to Boston
So-
searching for us?
Okay,
So
doesn't matter. So you're going
Well-
to you're going to head off to New York. That's fine. I agree
Well,
with
I
that.
have a suggestion though.
Here you go.
What if we go to Boston, pick up Connor's airplane, and load up bags of salt on the wings
You
to
still
be
have to
released
buy-
on top of the house?
You still have to buy lots of salt, and you sit in the price.
Okay, let's
of
put
that.
it this way. What's
No, we
more,
can go to
what's
the
more
grocery
useful
store.
in downtown Manhattan? A car or a plane?
We're not in Manhattan.
We're going to New York.
No, we're going back to the house. We'll go to Boston, get the airplane, and then fly back to the house.
What?
we can't leave the house.
Yeah, we got to go back there. No fucking
I think
way.
what
I'll
you're
go back.
suggesting, Debbie, is fine, assuming you could get the salt in the first place.
Yeah.
Grocery stores. There's probably
No, but
salt
we have-
mills in
You
Boston.
thing
know
is,
how much it
Here's
costs these days.
what I'm thinking.
There's salt water in the harbor in Boston.
There's also a lot of tea too, but
Well, either way, you've driven off now.
what I'm thinking is if we can find this bloke in New York, maybe he could authorize the payment of the.
Yeah, but you don't even know if he's alive or if he's in South America.
also don't even know if
we
he
know
is in New
is
York.
the reason we know about salt working is because we found it in a bedroom.
Well, we know
They
it
attacked-
works.
They attacked us during the day, so I have no faith in that the guy's alive anymore.
So you're going on a wild goose chase in New York, whereas if we go back to Boston, we at least have a tentative plan on something that we know works towards our goal. Any clues to be found have to be found.
Yeah, but I
within
mean,
that
our
house.
last lead, he said that he may have been in New York.
No,
There wasn't like much of a lead, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not much of a lead, and
you
the
get
big buzz is
Dylan,
that,
because Dylan was the one who talked to him at the site. You get the feeling he was sort of making up places he could be rather than any hard facts. The newspaper clipping you got right at the start had suggestions for where he might have gone. It wasn't a solid lead in New York.
Yeah.
But in any case, where are you going?
It's up to the driver of the car.
And in any case, once you got to New York, you had no idea how you find him from there.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what he looks like.
That's true.
You don't know what he looks like. He could go by another name.
And he's most likely dead.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Or mad, or he could be a murderer himself.
I guess we'll go back to Boston. Why not?
Okay.
Although I still don't agree with the idea of air bombing the place with salt. That sounds stupid.
yeah, I'm not paying for that.
Okay.
I think we need to be more
Each of you
precision
needs to make a
based.
sanity check now.
Yep.
Okay, I'm probably gonna fail this, but okay.
I pass.
I failed.
Pass.
I pass.
I failed horrendously.
Okay. For
I got
those
a
of you who
95.
failed, you take 1 sanity loss. For those of you... Oh, sorry. For those of you who passed, you take 1 sanity loss. For those of you who failed, you take 6 sanity losses. Over the next few days, you start hearing reports of missing people in that town. Strange occurrences. The town is effectively now abandoned as a ghost town.
Jesus Christ, I'm on 25 sanity.
Yeah, you're starting to feel,
We
a
just
bit...
let all those people die.
That's why the sanity loss. To be fair, there wasn't a lot at that point you could have done, though.
Yeah,
Not with that town's resources.
Running down a tub for 20 minutes and scaring the sheriff was probably... Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to run. I didn't want to stay.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
If you'd have had an extra day and you had prepared, you might have been able to work something out with a salt truck with the sheriff around as well, actually.
Yeah.
Especially once reports to the dead person come in, you might have had some tangible beliefs. But, yeah. So, you didn't meet the big terror in the dark, but to be fair, the little terror was terrifying enough. It was a giant
considering there
blob
were like
creature.
50 of them.
It's a giant plant, which is part of a larger plant in South America, which had grown in the basement, and had grown to fill the basement, and had sent little tentacles of itself up exploring the house. It's highly intelligent, by the way.
Are we not going back there?
Nope, session over, effectively.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought we were planning to head back there at some point.
You do, when you get enough salt, which is what you know you need, but before you can do that, you start hearing reports of missing people. The town's
I was wondering why
abandoned.
you're giving away details about the creature.
Yeah, I'm giving that away because session's over and I'm not likely to run this one again.
Oh, we're not coming back to do a second part of it.
Nah, we'll call that a session there.
So you can't win every mission, can you?
We can't. I mean, this one, you needed really the dump truck full of salt. But, I'll tell you a few of the little minor things you missed, because you missed so much in that darn room.
Yeah.
I think I eventually did give it to you. Don't worry too much. This happens. You can't win all the battles.
Zillion.
Does that mean I get to keep? Does that mean I get to keep the bloke's car? Is he dead?
You feel that with the criminal underworld connections, you probably need to get rid of it.
So can I sell the car?
I have the cigar box.
On the black
Old
market.
cigar
Yeah,
box.
you also do have your pin and guitar, and as long as you're surreptitious of where you sell that.
I've got the diamond tie pin. I've got the car, and I could probably end up selling the
The best thing is that no one there had my name.
gold thing.
No one did have
And
one.
again,
Because we all went through Connor. Connor was the only contact.
Let's see. There was an attic, by the way, but that's you didn't get to the room where you can access that. You missed his note where he basically kind of explains his madness and almost explains what his story was. Basically, once he realised what was happening, he locked himself in his room, realised salt works, got every bit of salt he could get, was going slightly mad trying to get more of it, hence why he ordered the darn thing, and eventually locked himself in his room when he realised things were getting intelligent and actually spreading out into his garden.
So was that Mr. Cornflake decaying?
No, that was actually the other one, the murder from the house.
Yep.
Okay, so
What
Mr.
had
Cornflake
essentially happened,
fled.
that it's not actually clear on whether he did it or not, but he's been trapped. He got trapped in there during the process, whether by
Was he-
accident or whatever.
Was that just a red herring?
Where was the
or
note?
say something to
He
set the
was
sheriff
kind of a
off?
red herring, but he was also motivation for the sheriff.
Yeah.
I think what it gathers is that he was actually attacked by a different axe murderer because he does have missing fingers on his hands, missing toes. The hatch actually does have an escape route. There's a trapdoor in the ceiling, but it was too dark for him to see, and Connor rolled a 99 for his spot check. With lights, you could see there's a trapdoor in the ceiling, but he couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So
why-
he's only
why would
imagine probably better off for not being here in the session.
The good news is, I get to sell a freaking car.
Or you get to, well, yeah, you will have to sell it.
So we never got the money for the job, though.
No, but you won't get paid at the end
well,
of that
we
anyway.
more than made up with it with the diamond tie pin, the gold cigar box, and the car we got.
I'm
Are you
still
gonna
not
share,
good about
though?
this.
Yeah, probably, because we all went through the same shit.
Yeah. Despite my cat interest, I'm going to share because I've gone through a lot of shit in that one.
Yeah, and, like, I
I
mean...
got fucking shot again.
Yeah, I mean the
Same
actual
thing.
monsters themselves. It's the tentacles do have a small number of hit points, but they take minimum damage from all weapons.
Now, is...
So did I damage the one I shot?
You did. It took 1 damage. Fire does normal damage, and they don't like extreme light, but that's why it was overcast those 2 days.
I was tempted
Shadow,
to
let
get
me
the
ask you.
flashlight out.
Will that monster ever come back?
Well, it's still there in theory, but
Yeah.
What was there with the shed too?
the shed was a red herring.
Oh, it just made everyone feel...
To be fair, this is a tournament module, I think, called... Let me just find the name of it. The Cracks and Crook'd Manse. It mentions a couple of red herrings. One of them is the Sinister Shed. Which does have a few sanity loss things. The Ornamental Garden is mostly sort of hints and clues. The cat I added in because I needed to show what was happening to the animals. And also as a trigger point because it gets hungry. And while it is intelligent. It wasn't just going to attack you straight away. It needed to check and be safe and sure. One thing it will do, or one of the possible final encounters, if you decide to board yourself up in that room, which again would have been helpful if you'd have known that was a safe spot.
Yeah.
It would have started to spread itself up into the first floor to basically trap you. So basically move the entire body of it, and the body, by the way, the body is a horrible sanity failure. D20 for seeing the main body of the creature.
Oh, God.
So where was the body of the Loki then? Where was the
Basement?
body of...
Partially absorbed by the creature. If you'd have seen the creature, you'd have seen him floating around in it.
And where was
Which means
the
he's
note
got,
too? When we was-
he got eaten then.
Sorry, what note?
The note where he's explaining.
If you had gotten into the den, you'd have found his shotgun. You'd have also found that shotgun loaded with assault. You'd found out what he was doing with the shells. He was loading them with salt. So he had a shotgun in that room with the salt pellet, effectively. But he also had the note where he's explaining it. However, it does explain that the end of the note is him writing. They discovered its weakness, and now he's doing everything he can to deal with that effectively. But unfortunately, the end of the note is him writing no, and then the line sort of dragging off all the way along as he eventually gets caught.
So what do we do about the skills we have ticks next to?
Oh, you still get those, by the way. Might as well resolve those now, actually. So,
Oh, you don't alter the percentage of them or anything?
No, there's still ticks you learned in session. So, Debbie, start with you. For each skill, you have a tick next to. Roll. Actually, let me know what your ticks are. Actually, first, I'll roll them.
Spot hidden?
Okay. 52. Is that a fail?
I have 45.
Yep. So you get an improvement of 6. You're next.
So I get 51?
Yeah, you get 6 extra points.
Okay.
Your next tick.
Track.
17. Is that a fail?
I have 31.
No, that's not a fail. So no improvement.
Tick survives strangulation.
Any other ticks or?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
Connor?
Well, one is null and void because it's already at 90.
Yeah, I told you that.
The other one is spot hidden. 65.
38, you succeed. So no.
Damn. Oh,
Okay.
that's it.
Dylan?
Alright, spot hidden at 27.
58, you improve that by 3.
Right.
So,
Track.
I'll let you finish this
That's
first.
at 10.
98. That improves by 2.
I only lost 2 points of sanity that session. And one of those is from the book.
Well, yeah, you won't gain any back, though. That's...
No, I know.
You only lost 2, Lucky.
Yeah, I
What
know.
about hit points?
Hit points are recovered at a
Yeah.
rate of 1 every week.
I didn't lose any hit points either. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll be healed by the time the next session
Alright,
starts.
first aid. That's
I
a
lost
nine.
freaking 12.
71, so nope.
Yeah, whatever. So, alright, and biology's at 80.
82, that is an improvement. Of 2 points.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
Snoopy.
that's it.
Yeah, I've only got 2. Library use at 25.
61, so yep, that improves by 6.
And spot hidden at 65.
17, so no improvement.
On my sheet that you have, what does it say my hit points started with?
Your
I forget.
your total hit points is 16.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no Cthulhu Mythos gains or anything else to resolve, so that is the session.
Oh, what about the money?
Shadow, yeah.
So,
How much would we get for the gold box, the car, and the diamond tie clip?
I will look things like that up, but I'd imagine somewhere in the region. And you'd have to obviously push it through the black market, but I'd imagine you'd be looking at $12,000.
So 12,000, and we divided in 4.
I'm probably not being generous enough for 12,000, but I'm assuming you'd have to push it secretly so it doesn't get traced to you.
and the gold cigar box as well.
Well, yeah, I said the golden cigar
it's good,
box,
isn't it?
the car, and the diamond.
12,000.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2, and then 1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
It's about 3,000 for each of us.
Yeah, it is.
Playing. But also,
It's even more if Zelly dies.
to be fair, like,
Well, no, because we're only splitting it amongst the.
Yeah, amongst the people.
Oh wait, we're only splitting it amongst the.
Yeah, I
four of
gathered
us.
you were.
So.
They don't see the
can
horror
we
of the
can we just
second
go
house.
ahead and
Yeah,
Zelly
you
didn't
can-
get
just go ahead and
gold.
Can we just not give Lazarus his share? I mean, he's going to go insane.
Well, when he goes insane, we can take it and he won't know.
well, we should probably resolve that next.
One thing you can do, just so you know, for these sessions is, Connor, you could decide to go to therapy to try and get some of your sanity back.
I probably will.
It might
But
not.
you'll have to tell them your secrets.
Yeah, but the sanatoriums.
Yeah, but it's all
know.
confidential. No.
In some ways, they know about Cthulhu Mythos. In some.
Okay.
Well, also that he's kind of a mobster.
Well, they might not know that. You might not tell them that. But anyway, end
I
of
don't need to
session.
tell them that because that doesn't degrade my sanity because I
Right.
influence it.